Hello viewers, this is lecture number 17. In this lecture we will discuss navigation drawer, introduction and implementation of navigation drawer. In previous application, if you remember, we have done some work with tab layout. So if you can see in this is the screenshot of our previous application where we are using 4 tabs. Okay, if you think how many tabs we can add over here, it can be 5 or 6, but maybe not more than 6. So what if you want to add more than 6 tabs or option? For that purpose, tab layout is not good option. But navigation drawer can show you a lot of more option. If you can see, this is the navigation drawer in front of you, which can pop up from the left side. And if you can see, there are 10 different options which you can navigate or which you can click or interact with. So with the help of navigation drawer, you can increase the number of options or the number of tabs or menu. Okay, so in this lecture we will work with navigation drawer. We are going to create a navigation drawer for a new email app. So you have to open a new project inside your Android Studio. Name it with a cat chat. Navigation drawer. Okay, for navigation drawer, you have to do a view for the main content. So there will be some main content, which is the content of your activity. Mean there should be one activity will be main activity, and over here you have to add your main content. So in this application, we have to add two content. The first one is toolbar, and the second one is frame layout. Inside the frame layout, we will display some fragments. Okay, the second view is a drawer content, a navigation drawer upon which we have to show some different options. Okay, now we will go to another slide. In the next slide, here we go. What we are going to do. First, we will create some basic fragment for the app content. So we will create 4 fragment, and we will create 2 activities. For these 4 fragments will be for inbox, drafts, send item, and trash. And these 2 activities will be for helping activity and feedback that we are getting from the user. Okay, the second thing we are going to do is create the drawer header. If you can see at the right side, there is a cat, an image of cat. This will be our drawer header. Header. This header consists of an image and some text upon the image. Okay, the next window is the option window. Create the drawer option where we have to show our option. If you can see here, we have to show 6 options. The first 4 options are for fragments, and the next 2 options are for activity. Now we will go to next slide. Then we will create navigation drawer. With the help of navigation drawer, we will attach these the header and the option menu. We will attach it, and we will also connect it with the activity, with the main activity. Okay, so this is the inbox fragment. The first thing we have to create is we have to add support library. So I will add support library inside my application. If you remember, in previous application we had already already added our library. You have to go to file, then you will collect project structure. Then there will be a pop-up window which is I'm waiting. Okay, then beneath all dependencies, you have to click plus item, which is for add dependency, and then you have to click library dependency. Now a pop-up will be open. Here you have to write com.google.android.material colon. Maybe it will work without colon. So it will search some libraries for us. Then we will select 1.1.0. Previous application is working fine, so I will also, again I will go with 1.1.0. Now my library is successfully added. The project is synchronized. Okay, I will also tell you that I had already added some drawable into this project, and I will show you. If you can see, there are some IC delete swap icon. there is icon. I will show you uh, how these icons are. And I had already added an image of cute kitten, so you have also to download this from Google. And I will let you know how I download these icons, which we are going to use first. First, you will click on the file, then you will go to new, then you will select vector assets. After the vector asset, you will come up with this kind of window. So you have to click in front of clip art. I will click over here, and it will and this window will pop up where you can see a lot of already built-in icon. So you can click or select the one you want to use. So I had already added my icons. I will not add, but you have to search it over here. I will click cancel, and I also already added this cute kitten image, so you have to download it from any kind of image from the Google. Now we will go now we will go to slide. Inside the slide, if you can see that we have to create an inbox fragment. So I will create inbox fragment. We will go to the Java file. Inside the Java file, I will click on CatChat1, right click on it, go to the new. Inside the new, you will select the fragments, then I will select blank fragment. Okay, this window come up, and I will include factory method, include interface. I will disinclude, I will uncheck these, and then I will click. So I will write a name over here, which is my inbox fragment, finish. So this is my inbox fragment. Project will be soon synchronized. We will go to the lecture where we can see what we are going to do with the inbox fragment. Inside the inbox fragment, they only added a text view upon which they had written inbox. So I will also go to the XML file of this, and over here it is written hello black fragment. So I will write over here just inbox, and I will also give its a gravity of center. I will check whether it is coming at the center. Yes, it is coming at the center. Okay, now fine. We will go back to the slides. Inside the slide, if you can see, they are also creating the draw fragment in the same way. So I will go to project, and I will create the draw fragment in the same way. Blank fragment, draft. I will uncheck these two. I don't need any extra method. Then I will go to the XML file of the draft fragment. Inside the XML file, I will change this to draft, and I will also add another, which is gravity gravity center. Okay. Inside the next slide, you will see that they are adding another fragment, which is send item. So I will go and I will create another fragment of send item. Uncheck these two check boxes. Finish. Okay. Then we will go to XML, and over here we will include the gravity, which is center, and then we will overwrite this text, and I will write send. Okay, then we will go back to the slide. Inside the slide, you can see they are adding send item XML. Okay, this is fine. We already done this. And then they are creating a trash fragment. So right click, create a fragment, blank fragment. I will change the name, and I will change it into trash. Then I will uncheck these two check boxes, click finish. Okay, it is also done. And we have to change the XML file. We will add the gravity center. Okay, this is an optional setting that I'm going to do, which is a gravity setting etc. You don't have to do this if you don't need, but I'm just doing this that your text should be shown at the center. So this is trash. I will write trash over here, then I will go back to slide. Okay, this is the trash XML. Then they are going to create a toolbar layout. So we will also create a toolbar layout. So we will go and click on the layouts. Where is our layouts? These are our layouts. We will create a new XML file. Okay, this is our XML file and I will name it a toolbar. Finish. This is our toolbar layout. Now I will see what they are adding inside the toolbar layout. Okay, they are using support v4 library, but we have to use Android X library. And the other things is layout width is match parent, layout height is action bar size, background is color primary, theme overlay dark action bar. Okay, I will add the same over here. So I will change this into toolbar widget toolbar. Okay, now fine. This match content, the height would be question mark, a double tr attribute, and next action bar size. This is action bar size. The next thing they add over here is the background color. So we will add they are using color primary, so we will also use color primary. The next thing they had added over here, I will check it. It is the theme, and the theme is dark action bar. So we will also add theme, and we will also add dark action bar. Okay, but why we are adding the toolbar? And the first question arrives at this point is that why we are adding a toolbar. If you can see that the built-in inside application there is a built-in action bar, but action bar is not as much as flexible like toolbar. And the second thing is we have to show our navigation drawer upon the action bar, which is a little bit difficult, or maybe we can't do in Android X. So for date purpose we have to convert our action bar into toolbar, and we can easily overlay our navigation drawer upon the toolbar. So now my toolbar is ready. I will go to the next slide. Inside the next slide, they are going to change the app theme, because our by default we are using action bar, and now we have to change it into no action bar. So I will directly go to my resources, and inside the resources I will change this to no action bar value styles. And inside the style, if you can see, this is dark action bar. I will write it no action bar, and this is done. We'll go to the next slide. Inside the next slide they are creating a helping activity, and inside the helping activity they are including a toolbar, and they are also including a text view. So I will first create a helping activity. Where is my activity? I will click empty activity, and I will name it into help activity. I will click finish. Then I will go to the XML file, and inside the XML file I think they are using the linear layout, so I will also convert our constraint layout into linear, but it is not necessary. You can also do work with constraint layout. Then I will include toolbar. For toolbar we have to include a layout, and toolbar is written in toolbar layout. Next I will add an ID to it, and I will add the ID of toolbar. Yeah, my toolbar is ready. The next thing I have to do over here is okay, I will change it to this. Now I have to add a text view, and the layout width is I will add wrap content, yes, wrap content, and I will add a text, and I will write it. This is helping activity. Okay, then I will give it gravity of center, and I will close this text view. We are not going to do something on this text view. That's why I'm not going to add any ID over here. So we will go to the next slide. Inside the next slide, you can see this should be our helping activity. Inside the helping activity, they are extending it to a compet activity, and they are adding this toolbar. So I will go and I will check my helping activity, which will be already extended to app compet activity. Then I will write a code for toolbar. So this is my Android X app compet toolbar. So you have to select the Android X app compet toolbar, not the Android.widget. Okay, and I will create an object. Then we will go to new. They are going to new, or they are using find view by ID? Yes, they are using find view by ID. So I will also use toolbar find view by ID and r dot layout. I think no, it should be ID because I already included it. I think I had write a name a little bit wrong. I write it toolbar. I will go and check it. Where yes, it is toolbar, so I will convert it to toolbar. Now I had an object of toolbar. I will write set support action bar, and I will add toolbar. Done. This work is done. We will go to the next slide. Inside the next slide, if you can see, they are doing the same work with the feedback activity. So I will create a feedback activity over here. Activity, empty activity. I will write it feedback activity finish. Then I will go to its XML file. So here this is its XML file, and I will convert it into linear layout as you remember in our previous helping activity. Then I will add and then I will include toolbar. So toolbar is written inside a layout. So I will add layout toolbar. Then I will provide an ID for it, and the same ID I will provide over here. So this is work done. Now I will add a text view on which I have to write that this is feedback activity. This is my this is feedback activity, and done. I will also add a gravity option so that I can see it at the center. Then I will go back. Okay, and the next thing remaining is we have to add this toolbar inside main activity. So this is my toolbar. I will create the object and I will typecast this object into toolbar. Then I will write find view by ID r dot id dot id is toolbar. So this toolbar. Now I have to set support action bar, and I will write toolbar. So now again my toolbar will be changed. Okay, over here I can see that it is not working because I had added Android Android widget toolbar. But what we have to do is we have to add uh, Android X toolbar. So I will press enter and I will select Android X app compet. Now it will work fine. Okay, we will go. Okay. The next thing we are going to do is we have to create a header, a drawer header, and a set of option. So then inside the navigation, we have to edit. So now we are going to develop a header. If you can see this header which is a cat image. If you can see there is an image, and upon the image they had write two texts. The first one is catchet, the second one is spot@catchet.com. So we will create the header file, create the navigation drawer for date purpose. First we have to add some strings inside our resources, which is I'm not going to do because it will consume my time. I can also add string directly to the text view. So this is our navigation header.xml code, which is written for date image and the two that image and the two text view upon that image. So I will go and I will so they are using a frame layout. Why they are using the frame layout? Because they want the text upon the image. If you are using a linear layout, you cannot add a text upon the image. That's why they are using a frame layout inside which you can write text upon the image. And they are giving it the height of 18 dp, so their height will be static. In all mobiles it will be 18 dp. And then they are using a theme which is AppCompat.dark. So I will create a header navigation. I will go to my project and I will write a layout new. I will go to XML file layout and I will write nav underscore header dot xml. So it will create a file for me. I will change this to frame layout. Why it is not coming? Yes, now it's come frame layout. And I will give it a height of static height, which I already told you it will be 180 dp. Then the next thing they are going to add is I will check what they are. Okay, they are using the theme which is AppCompat.dark. So I will also use the theme which is AppCompat.dark. Now this is done. The next thing is I have to create an image view and I have to provide the size to the image view and hope so this will be wrap content, center crop and drawable. So I will also add it wrap content, wrap content, and the next thing is scale type, center crop. Next we have to provide set image. So we have to use src for that purpose, and we have to take this image from the drawable, and inside the drawable it is cute kittens, two kittens. So this is done. The next thing we are going to add is we have to add two two text views upon this image. So for that purpose I will make a linear layout, and I will see what properties they are giving to linear layout. They are giving it a wrap content. uh, Width will be wrap content, height will be match parent, orientation should be vertical, gravity will be bottom start. Due to this gravity, the linear layout will appear on the top of the image view. We are using it to display text at the bottom of the text view, and then we will give it a margin of 16. So here they are giving it six things. The first thing is this is wrap content. The second thing is they are using height which is match parent, and okay, let me check, it is match parent. Yes, it is match parent. Then I will provide an orientation, and orientation is vertical. And then they are using gravity, so gravity will be bottom. They are using gravity. If you can see, there is no option for bottom start. So first we will select the bottom, then we will select the r, and then we will select the start. So this is bottom start. Next thing they are adding over here is the margin, layout margin. So from each side we had given a 16 dp. Now I will add two text over here. The text view, it will be height will be wrap content. I think the height, width and height both will be wrap content. Then I will provide the text, and the text will be chat cat, chat, sorry. And then we have to make it a little bit bold. So I will add text appearances, and we have to add attribute. Then we have to add text appearances. Sorry, appearances. Where is appearances? Let me shape. No, not shape appearances.